नमस्कार, फिर से पैसा बोलता है में आपका स्वागत है। आज रविवार है, संडे है। आज फिर से हॉट टेक्स करेंगे मेरे भाई के साथ।
So why is Jaishankar now asking Japanese firms to export from India then?
See, Japanese firms are supposedly having problems in labor. And so they have a lot of plants in China. So he is telling, please come to India, set up your plant wholly here, give my guys some jobs, and export from India. I will say made in India. That's it.
But they're also having extreme labor shortage.
They have extreme labor shortage.
So why can't they open up the doors to Indians and allow Indians to come and set up?
But the problem with the Japan, there are a lot of Indians. There'll be at least 10,000 Indians. The biggest block for people to migrate into Japan is the knowledge of the Japanese language, which is very difficult. If you master Japanese language, you will get a visa immediately.
Havells can cook it up in the kitchen slowly. What is this?
See, Havells is a very famous brand. It did switch gears, switches and all that. He's trying to move into the kitchen space, which is basically occupied by TTK, Prestige and Stowcraft.
It's a large market.
It's a large market. And then Crompton Greaves has also has bought Gandhimati Appliances. So these are the three dominant players in the market. So Havells believes it's a high-end market. High-priced market where there's a lot of money to be made. And because there's a lot of money to be made, they want to enter it. But normally when a high-margin field exists like this, a lot of people enter to make sure that the margin contracts and comes to normal levels. Yeah.
Why is the High Court throwing contempt notice to Go First?
That is because Go First promoters have enough money to pay the bankers, but they refuse to pay the bankers because they're saying the company is not us, we have sold out. So thank you very much.
Okay. And rupee jumps 10 paise to settle at 82.73 against the dollar.
This is on Friday, and this happened basically because there's a huge inflow of capital into India, especially in the bond market. And India's inclusion in global market means a lot of them buying global bonds. Global funds are buying Indian bonds. This is increased inflow, and this is why it's up by 10%. It's basically borrowed money.
What do you think about this, that the chief operating officer of Novotel and Pullman and Ibis is saying he's going to open a hotel a week in all across Asia? Do you think there's such a demand? It should be
There is a big demand because if you look at a five-star hotel in India at least, you don't find, it's very difficult to find a room. Recently I was in Coimbatore, where rooms were difficult to find in a slightly upper scale hotel. Like I was staying luckily in Vivanta. But if I wanted to extend my stay, Vivanta or ITC had no rooms.
So it is a trend to see. Okay, what about this NVIDIA directors reaping windfall? You see this across US. In these high markets, people are cashing in. Is this something to keep an eye on?
What is happening is when insiders sell off, we have to be very careful. So the directors of NVIDIA know best about the company. They are selling. There is some warning that the peak is either past or the peak is nearby somewhere. So if you are holding NVIDIA, you want to take out the money you have invested, this is the time to do so and leave their profits on the table.
What do you think about this? The Kerala Chief Minister launches India's first state-owned OTT platform. Do you think states should be doing OTT?
I think it's been a bad idea since 91 we have dropped state-owned several things. And media is something which the state has no role in, definitely.
And what do you think about the Tata Motors split finally?
Well, that great split was expected. And this is what I mean by the power of compounding. Like if you put one mango, then it becomes a couple of mangoes. So basically they wanted to use their steel. They started Tata Locomotive Engineering Company, which was making locomotives for trains. And when the government took exclusive control of that, they formed the Mercedes-Benz buses. And in 91 they started making like LCVs, light vehicle trucks, followed by YES. In 1998, they started a car division, which was completely making losses. Till 2008-9, they bought Jaguar Land Rover. And then the cars started getting better. Now it's really gone well. And two of their cars are doing well, and the electric car is doing well. So it doesn't need oxygen from the commercial car maker, and therefore it is better to divide it into two and unlock value separately so that the promoters can make some money.
But the old man must be very happy, when he first wanted to do, way back when he wanted to do cars, when Tata Estate and all that, Indigo, people are laughing at him saying he's a truck company.
Everybody thought that. Nobody thought, except perhaps our father thought that they could make a mark in the car industry, but they have made a big mark in the car industry.
Yes, it's been a long road.
And it's been a long road, and they are snapping at the heels of Hyundai to become number 2, and there may be some months where in sales they may cross Hyundai to number 2.
Do you think by the time his time comes, he will be remembered as another JRD of the Tata family?
He must be remembered as another JRD because of his work only with Tata Motors. But JRD was a class by himself.
Correct. Not only one industry, he did multiple industries, multiple
Tata
sectors.
Motors was created by him. TCS was created in his time.
Yes.
And Tata Chemicals was created in his time. Tata Consumer, as we know, was Tata Tea and Tata Finlay in his time. So he was an extraordinary plan. But the man who took this company global and made it a global powerhouse the way it is there today, credit fully goes to Ratan Tata for this.
What do you think about Noel? Whatever little bit you've heard of him and seen of him, what do you think? Yes, he had the capacity to... Because before JRD, there wasn't much, right?
Yeah, but no, the Tatas were big always.
Yes, big, but
we knew that.
But the way JRD captured the imagination and saw the opportunities and multiplied those opportunities.
J.N. Tata was very respected, and so was JRD. JRD was a highly respected man. Quite a very long innings from 1934 to 1992. Ratan himself has had a long run.
Very long run, yes.
Yes, so he has a run for 35 years. So his brother will not have 35 years. But he's a very competent manager because he has been managing one division of a company. And he has been handling Trent completely.
Yes, but do you think what he did in Trent was a bit of a luck, or do you think he actually...
No, he
created something?
West Side and Zudio was his creation. There were some mistakes. There were mistakes in... he made a mistake in buying Landmark and all that. He stumbled a bit, but he just turned around and made it very good. And he's on the advisory committee for Titan. He's a board member and advisory committee for Titan. So depending on when he takes over, his reign will be a very short reign, not
a bridge reign to the next generation.
Bridge reign to the next generation. With just 2 daughters and son in tow. So who knows, we may see a... First female, Madam Tata.
Madam Tata.
After some time, after 20 years, you may see, I may be around. I hope to be around. In 20 years, we may see a Madam Tata.
Madam Tata. And Mr. Chandrasekhar is also only a custodian of the two holy...
Chandrasekhar is a professional manager bound by the family.
But he seems to be making most of his bets on this new app, and so far it's not come into any shape.
He's very worried. Yes, he's bought a guy who has no experience in telecom and app into selling apps. I hope he turns it around. Because old man is going to definitely look at it.
Correct. Anyway, I think that wraps up this eventful conversation.
आपने इस पॉडकास्ट को सुना, इसके लिए मैं आपका आभारी हूँ. अगर हो सके तो आप इस वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और बेल नोटिफिकेशन दबाएं. हो सके तो इस वीडियो को अपने दोस्त और रिश्तेदार के पास भेजें और उनको देखने की आग्रह करें. नमस्कार, धन्यवाद, जय हिंद.